In the late 18th century, a catastrophic event occurred in the Bengal region of India. The Great Bengal Famine of 1770, also known as the Year of the Great Famine, would go down in history as one of the deadliest famines in human history. The famine was caused by a combination of factors, including a severe drought, crop failure, and the mismanagement of food supplies by the British East India Company, who controlled Bengal at the time. Despite knowing of the impending famine, the British chose to export large amounts of grain and other foodstuffs, leaving the local population to suffer. The resulting food shortage led to skyrocketing prices, making it impossible for the poor to afford even the most basic of necessities. The famine claimed the lives of an estimated 10 million people, or one-third of the population of Bengal. It was a humanitarian disaster on an unprecedented scale, with entire villages wiped out and countless families left without homes or loved ones. Today, the Great Bengal Famine serves as a reminder of the devastating consequences of neglect and greed. It is a tragic chapter in history that must never be forgotten. The famine hit the rural areas the hardest, where the majority of the population lived and relied on agriculture for their livelihoods. The lack of rain and crop failure meant that there was nothing to harvest, and people were left without any source of food. Desperate for survival, people were forced to eat whatever they could find, including leaves, roots, and even wild animals. Many were reduced to begging for food, and those who couldn't beg, steal. The British government did set up relief camps and distributed food, but it was not enough to meet the needs of the population. The relief efforts were also plagued by corruption and mismanagement, with food often being sold on the black market or given to the wealthy at the expense of the poor. The British also imposed heavy taxes on the already suffering population, further exacerbating the crisis. The famine not only resulted in the loss of lives, but also had a long-term impact on the economy, society, and culture of the region. The Great Bengal Famine of 1770 was not only a tragic event in history, but also a man-made catastrophe, caused by the actions and inaction of the British government. It serves as a reminder of the devastating consequences of neglect and greed. Let us remember the victims of the Great Bengal Famine of 1770, and vow to never repeat the same mistakes again.